Hey guys, daskro here, and I'm bringing you some exclusive footage of the new Battlefield game, Battlefield Hardline. I was fortunate enough to be one of the few dozen folks across the Battlefield community who got a look at this new title. In this video, I'm going to be covering my initial impressions of the competitive potential of Battlefield Hardline, because that's what I do on my channel, Competitive Battlefield. I'm going to be covering game modes in this video, then in other videos, map design and gadgets that affect competitive play. While there are many game modes in Battlefield Hardline, there's two game modes I'm going to be going over specifically that are very new to the Battlefield franchise and I think have at least some competitive potential. Let's get right into them. The first game mode I'll be covering is Heist. Heist is a game mode similar to Rush, where the attacking team of robbers must arm one of two objectives, then take the loot from said objectives to a predefined waypoint. Similar to Battlefield 4's Obliteration, but without having to plant the bomb once you get to that endpoint. The defenders must try to stop the attackers, and if they're successful in killing the attackers with the loot will drop in place and reset back to the starting point after a decent duration of time. Both teams start from their respective spawn points with plenty of vehicles, but the robbers do have an advantage off the start in terms of timing, given the fact that police are responding to a situation. Having played this mode with 32 players, I felt like it was less campy than traditional 32-player rush modes. There's plenty of routes teams can take to defend and attack, and different tactics with the use of vehicles that can be utilized. Those wanting the old BF3 Squad Rush game mode will be disappointed in that the spawn systems and the map distances are designed for larger player counts. It's a fun game mode, but for competitive, it will require at least 10 players per side. I also think this mode could be modified to smaller team sizes as well, similar to, let's say, Obliteration Small. But for right now, there are no plans of making a smaller version. On to the next game mode, Blood Money. Blood Money is a grab-the-money based game mode where players on each team will try to take bags of cash from a central location and bring it back to their depository or vault. Much like planting an MCOM on Rush, the players must pick up the money over time at this central location, leaving themselves vulnerable. If a player is killed at any point in time while carrying the money, that money is up for grabs to whoever can get that drop cash first. Once the players successfully deposit money into their vault, their team balance will increase. First team to reach $5 million wins, or whoever has the most money when the timer runs out. There's a catch though. Both teams can rob the enemy team's vault. This makes a very interesting dynamic because teams must have players that are defending their vault, attacking the enemy vault, and trying to get cash from the middle. Each team has an uncappable spawn that is some distance from their respective vaults, so spawn camping didn't feel like that big of an issue. On this map, High Tension, there's plenty of light vehicles, helicopters, and motorcycles to get around both in each spawn as well as scattered across the map. Overall, this mode was really fun, but I do have some reservations about its potential for small competitive play. These maps felt simply too big for 5v5, but could be just right for 10v10. On top of this, since every player has the potential of taking money and robbing money, it may be very difficult for a spectator to understand what's really going on, sort of like what we currently see in 5v5 domination. All that being said, these are just the two game modes that I can talk about. I saw other game modes that actually are more focused on 5v5 inventory, but unfortunately I cannot talk about them because of the NDA. It kind of sucks, but those are the breaks. And take in consideration that each of these game modes was not perfect. One of the reasons why I was invited there, others were invited there as well, was to give feedback, and feedback I did give. Now, I can't say how much of that feedback will be incorporated into the final game, but I think it's pretty cool that they are actually asking us for feedback before anything else. Now, one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I did say was, hey, you need to either do a CTE or some kind of demo so that people can really play this and vet this so that when the game does come out, we will have a well-polished, fully functional title. That's really important for competitive. In fact, some of the competitive features are less important than having a game that actually plays well. So that's it for game modes. I will be doing videos on map design and gadgets for Battlefield Hardline that affect competitive play, of course. Be sure to stay tuned. See you guys later.
Heads up, medkit! Zip is up.
Have access to our vault. Be advised, cash has been removed from our vault. Be advised, cash has been removed from our vault. Spotted a transport